Hey guys, welcome back to episode 4, I believe, of the series where I ask my streamer friends questions about their success, the culture on Twitch, etc., things like that. Now, before we get into today's episode, I want to acknowledge that I know it's been like what, 2 months since the last episode, and that's because my mom unfortunately passed away from cancer. So I've been taking a break. And so I just thought I'd update you guys real quick on why it's been a minute. Anyway, depressing thoughts aside, today I asked the creators what has been the biggest move they've made that has benefited their channel slash them as a content creator. In my opinion, there are many ways to succeed as a creator, so I thought I'd share with y'all some of what they did. Because, like I said, there's many ways, and maybe you can look at this and be like, hey, well, you want that, you want that, you want some of that? Yeah. So, maybe not. As always, I'll give my own thoughts on what everybody said at the end. So I'll see you there. Bye.
I actually really love this one because it's pretty recent for me. Back in like January of this year, 2020, I guess, I started to start planning little things that I would want to talk about on stream. So like maybe I had like a cool situation that day and I would write down like the topic of that situation and I would write down like little bullets for to like lead the story along, right? And I'm not a very good improviser generally, and sometimes I struggle in conversations as well. So like this is kind of like putting the bullets was like really helpful for me to like just lead a conversation and kind of like guide it and everything. But what I would do is I would take all these talks on stream and maybe like one of them would like be around like 15 minutes long or something. And I just do it while I'm playing like a game of League of Legends or something. And I'd take that talk and I would upload that talk to YouTube, and it would be like a pretty low effort way to cut out like conversation and just create content around a specific topic. So maybe there's something cool that happens. So maybe there's like some sort of streamer drama that I wanted to give my take on or something, which is like a whole rabbit hole in itself, but like it's a good place to start, I guess. And I would talk about that and I would upload it to YouTube and it would get like a couple views here and there, right? And over time, this kind of evolved into me creating videos for the game Valorant, which is now out. But I was doing this like months prior where I found my voice and I found like the type of content that I wanted to create and like where it like really fit in and like what would actually help me grow my channel. I think that experimenting in this little way is eventually what got me to this point. And I think that a lot of people don't really step out of their shell and try to actually plan like content for the streams. I think a lot of times they just like they hit the go live button and like their planning is as far as, oh, I'm just going to be playing like Terraria and I'm playing with this person, right? But I think you could take that even further and you could be like, okay, well, I'm going to play Terraria with this person, and like I had planned 6 topics that I'm going to bring up throughout like the thing. And you don't need to tell people that they're planned or anything, but you can kind of just like nonchalantly bring them up and stuff and create content in that way. And that has been incredibly helpful for me just in my career, I guess.
The best move I've made career-wise, I think it goes back to what I said before, not being so focused on analytics. I think that honestly has been the best move mentally that has been made for me. Like I said, like there's a certain amount of yourself that has to focus on analytics because you want your channel to grow and you want to figure out like what you can do to grow. So that's like one of the biggest things is just allowing yourself to be patient with growth numbers wise. And then the other thing I would say would be not quitting your job when you're not ready. Like I know like for me, I wanted to dump all of my life into streaming and like spend all day and all night like creating overlays and like doing all the pre-pro stuff and all the video editing after for YouTube and stuff. But when you work, you just don't have time for that. So take care of yourself first, and then take care of your stream after that. You gotta pay your bills. So career-wise, be patient with growth, let yourself live your life, and then when you're ready to go full time, go full time. So that's how it was for me. I feel like you're gonna hear that from everybody, but that's how it was for me. So
Oh, okay. So I guess there's like a couple. Best career move period, going to TwitchCon 2018. Not where I got partnered, but the year before. Because that really made me see all that a streamer was, all that a streamer could be, the community, how awesome and nice everyone was. That's what really made me. As soon as I went to TwitchCon 2018, I knew I wanted to be a streamer for the rest of my life. I didn't know in what capacity. I didn't know like full-time, part-time. I just knew that the Twitch community is something I wanted to be a part of for the foreseeable future. So I would say that was like the single most impactful thing I've ever did for my Twitch career. Not even in terms of just the connections, but in terms of the mentality shift of like, okay, I want this now. Like, this is sick. This is what I'm gonna do. Okay, and then I guess after that, soon after that, I decided to drop out of school because I was gonna pursue professional tennis and full-time streaming, basically. And that was a really good decision. Dropping out of school is probably one of the best decisions I ever made. Because I didn't have to worry about school and I could just stream and I was free and I wasn't going I mean I wasn't going into debt, but like I didn't have to it's not something I had to worry about. And I felt like, I was just me, man, and just it was able to focus on streaming. And then going into ASMR was the third best decision I ever make. That's where I mainly stream now, and that's where I got all my community and I followed what I loved. I loved ASMR. It was something I could do on Twitch and I still love it. And yeah, it was the best things I've ever did. And the
Yeah,
community really just gathered around me.
Literally, I say the number one thing people always ask me, like, how do you get like these bigger people to notice you? And like, how do you get like, your name put out there like that? And it's literally support. Like, you have to be in people's channels, you have to be on their social media, talking to them, writing to them all the time. Like, that's exactly what I did. For like Nice Swig and other names like that. Just constantly being in their chats, constantly like putting out funny content, that they could see and like tagging them in it, making videos like gameplay clips and tagging streamers in it, and like, making like slag comments like, I just want to be Lulu Lovely. Like, that was a clip that I put out and she ended up seeing it and commenting on it. And now it has like 8,000 views on Twitter. And so it's like, wow, like I didn't think Lulu Lovely would see my thing, and I think just supporting people, supporting larger streamers, content creators, being active in chats and social media is like the key to benefiting not only just me, but like other people in general as well. I think that you put your name out there, it could really go a long way.
but not to the point where
Just being there for them, but not in a creepy way. Don't be weird about it.
To be fair, I was never having a huge leap in the growth. I was growing slowly but surely throughout the whole career growth that I had, to be honest, because a lot of streamers, they get spotlighted or featured on some YouTube channels or some other features, and I was not one of them. No one ever was showing me on their streams. No ever big streamer hosted me, rated me. I was literally grinding everything by myself from the very beginning. So the best move I've made, and that I'm really proud of it till this very moment, is actually concentrating on my community, because my community is just my family and they're so supportive, so nice to each other, and I'm very, very picky about people, even though it sounds weird, but I'm about people that are supportive, but not only, and then not only for me in there, they're supporting each other so much. We have a huge Discord and people talk every single day there. There are a lot of new people that are coming to our Discord saying, you guys talk so much in here. And because we have a lot of people that share same interests, same hobbies, same values, and it's really a lot of fun. I enjoy my work and I'm happy that I literally could turn my hobby into my full-time job. So the best move is literally building a high quality community for me. I was never like getting any help from any big streamers. I was never getting any help from any other platforms. So everything we have is the grind, the big grind on Twitch.
Okay. This is difficult. I don't think I make a lot of moves. I have to be honest. I don't think I make a lot of moves as a content creator. I feel like I'm very still, small and not really educated on the moves that need to be made, but I would say I would go back to the networking. I think networking is so important, and I had no idea what I was doing when I started Twitch. I didn't know a single person, like I said earlier, and it greatly benefited my stream when I started networking. Yeah, sharing each other's communities is a huge part of streaming, and being supportive of other streamers in the community is pretty big. I don't think I've done anything like super cool though yet. I'm just the most chaotic like streamer known to man. Like, I don't have a schedule. I'm all over the place, and somehow I still have like a core community like going on that I don't know. I'm just blessed to have them. They just show up. If I start stream at 3 a.m. and the next day it's 2 p.m., they're still there. Like, yeah, I don't know. I should probably work on that though.
Okay, yeah. So the first two were kind of scary, I guess. Going into ASMR wasn't scary because I was like, I already liked it, so I was like, just why not? I've always been something who has tried different things. Oh, another thing I think is really important is a mentality of like, I'm always willing to do something different and try something else. So, and throughout my time streaming, I streamed probably like 5, 6, 7 different things. So I started with Fortnite, then I played Overwatch, then I did some IRL, then I did oh frick, okay, I forgot the name. I played another game. Oh, and then I did ASMR. Like I streamed so many, and I've done like IRL streaming. Like I've streamed so many different things. I was always willing to just keep changing, keep trying something different, always adding something to my stream. But like in terms of like scary decisions, right? Going to TwitchCon. So I had a friend, and so I wasn't even gonna go to TwitchCon at first. And my
Really?
friend was like, oh, yeah, I wasn't even gonna go. So my friend was like, hey, dude, you should go to TwitchCon. It's gonna be lit. I was like, I don't know. I don't really have the money. I wasn't making any money for streaming. He's like, bro, I got you. Don't worry. I'll help you go. I'll support you. And like, we got this. He's like, we can drive down with me and we can get an Airbnb. We'll be good. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let me do it. Let's do it. And, like I was like, okay, so I'm saving for TwitchCon, whatever. And then we're talking about it pretty much like every day. And then about, I'd say like 2-3 months before, he's like, hey, yo, I got an Airbnb with other people and my car's full. So I don't know how you're going to get there or where you're going to stay. And then, or he didn't call me, he messaged me. And I was, what the heck, dude? And mind you, we had made plans before everybody else had made plans to go to TwitchCon. And the people he was going with and getting an Airbnb with, we talked together to try to get them to go to TwitchCon. So I was recruiting those people to go to TwitchCon with him, and then he just like whatever. And so I was like pissed, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get to TwitchCon, mind you. And I was like, okay, but at this point, and I was like, dude, I don't even want to go to TwitchCon anymore, dude. Like I don't care. Like I was only going to this guy, whatever. But I don't know what happened, but something decided to make me go. I was like, I'm just gonna go, right? So going to TwitchCon, dude. My first I had to spend like so much more money than I was planning to, and thank God I was making more money from streaming at this point because that was my only job. But I ended up going to TwitchCon, but I legit like I barely ate food at TwitchCon. Like I remember one day I brought breakfast with me, so I brought Granny Smith apples and some instant oatmeal with me to eat, and I ate that in the morning, and then I didn't eat until and that was at like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and that I didn't eat until like 10 p.m. or midnight or something like that the same day. Like I was like legit starving at the convention. Like I was barely eating. My Airbnb was a hacker home, so it basically means there's like me and like 20 other people in a house. It was like 5 miles from the convention, and like it was I was sleeping with like 4 people in a room. Like it was not glamorous. The house was like kind of messy. Like it was pretty rough. Which like a lot of people don't know. So, but it was still the best decision in my life, and it was the most fun I've ever had. And then dropping out of school was like super scary because I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Like with my backup plan, this and that. But it's like you can always go back to school, you know.
Your TwitchCon. I think you told me that TwitchCon story before, and it still like blows my mind every time I hear it.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That was the struggle bus. I didn't have like very much money or anything, so like it hasn't been all glitz and glam.
Hey, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed listening to what everybody had to say. The first thing I want to talk about is what King said about his YouTube channel. In my opinion, that's when he stopped trying to be a gamer and became a content creator. Of course, he games, but in my opinion, there's something very different from hitting the go live button than just playing a game and actually creating content. He really did something that stood out and not many people are willing to do. The interview I did with him was filmed a while ago, but right now his channels are booming. Make sure to check out his channel in the description for the best Valorant content on YouTube. So yeah, check him out. Tell him I sent you. A lot of content creators only feel comfortable hitting the go live button and playing Call of Duty for 5 hours. Like, is that actually content? Come on. Like, let's be real with ourselves. Is that actually content? No, it is not. For a vast majority of creators to become successful, they have to acknowledge that they need to go out of their comfort zone and make content on other platforms, specifically for that platform. And you've also got to acknowledge when you do make content on those platforms that you can't do what other big streamers do on that platform. I'm saying the word platform a lot. And you can't do it and expect it to work for you. The only reason why it works for them is because they are already the size that they are. Grow first, and then maybe you can do what they do. For example, playing a random plat game of Overwatch on stream and throwing it up on YouTube, like, let's be real. It'll work for XQC, you know, but not you. XQC can get people to click on it because he's XQC. And he's very, very, very entertaining. But, you know, for you, unless it's more than gameplay, and, you know, obviously has a good title, thumbnail, like that's not working for you. Let's just be real about this. This is not. You've got to be realistically aware of the kinds of things you want to put on your YouTube channel or TikTok and be realistically aware of how they'll perform. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the contrast in what VioletLex and Mushu said. Lex talked about getting big streamers and big names to notice you, and Mushu said she got to where she is, which is like 1 to 2K average viewers, without any hosts or big names noticing her, and I think that's really interesting. It really goes to show the many different routes you can take to achieve your goals. In my opinion, though, the only creator you need for your own success is yourself. Of course, having big names noticing you is nice and can be very helpful, but I believe at the end of the day, if you focus on you and your work, then you'll be successful on your own. Because I genuinely believe that anybody has the potential to succeed as a creator and make it their full-time job. It's just a matter of how much you want it. That's all for today's video. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you so much for watching. All the creators' links are in the description down below. Make sure you give them a follow on everything. All of my links are in the description as well. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Fridays, we play horror games. I think this upcoming Friday is Taxidermy, so you're going to see me scream and cry like a baby because I'm very weak. Anyways, yeah, I'll catch you later. See you next week, and I think that's it. Bye.
Congratulations! You found all 7 notebooks! Now all you need to do is... get out while you still can! Sleep, sleep!
Ah! Where's the exit? Where's the exit? Where is the exit? Where is the exit, bro?
Welcome to Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning. That's me.